Look at this question taken from textbook. A shell of mass 0.020 kg. You can see the screen, right? A shell of mass 0.02 kg is fired by a gun of mass 100 kg. If the muzzle speed of the shell is 80 meter per second, what is the recoil speed of the gun? This is the question taken from textbook. If you read the question, you cannot understand anything. I will discuss that. There is a gun. Okay, I am drawing a rough diagram. There is a gun. There is a gun. Just a rough figure. Okay, there is a gun. The mass of the gun is the mass. You can use some letter. Let it be M1. The bullet has another mass. Shell is mentioned. So let me write M1. Okay, M1. Mass of the gun. Mass of the gun is, what is that, 100 kg. The mass of the gun is 100 kg given in the question. And there is a shell inside. The shell means bullet. Understood? There is a bullet. It's a very smaller in size, right? There is a bullet inside the gun. I will clarify all your doubt, but let me discuss the question. Let me explain the question. After that, you can I will interact with you. The mass of the bullet, let me denote by M2. M2 is very small. M2 is very, very small. The bullet is smaller in size. You know that. M2 is point. Let me write here 1 minute. M2 is the mass of the bullet. M2. Mass of the bullet is only 0.02 kg. Bullet. And this is fired by the gun. Okay. If the muzzle speed of the shell, speed of the shell means speed of the bullet. Understood? The bullet is fired from the gun. The bullet is moving with a velocity. Let me use some letter V. The bullet is moving from the gun at a speed of 80 meter per second. Understood? M2 V2. So let me use the letter V2. V2 is the velocity of the bullet. M2 is the mass of the bullet. Understood? Thing like that. M2 is the mass of the bullet. V2 is the velocity of the bullet. What is the recoil speed of the gun? So if you fire a bullet, what happens? If the bullet is fired from the gun will be moving backward with some velocity, right? Is it okay? You agree with me? If the bullet is fired, at that instant the gun will be moving backward as a reaction. Understood? As a reaction, the gun will be with not that much speed, but with some speed moving backward. You agree with me that V1, the velocity backward, that velocity of the gun is said to be recoil speed of the gun. That V1 I have to find out. All of you clear? Question is okay. Rakshana, Aryan, Aaron, Nadasha. 100% clear. Nadasha ki manasilayo? Ipo parna karyam Nadasha. Okay. So V1 is said to be recoil speed. This is very important question. Don't forget it. Okay. So in the previous class we studied conservation of momentum. Is there any external force applying? No external force. This bullet is fired because of the internal chemical process, right? Understood? There is some firework inside the bullet. There is some fire inside the bullet because of some internal pressure. Due to that reason, the bullet is fired. The external player is not there. There is no external player. Due to some internal chemical reaction. Understood? Internal reaction, the bullet is fired. So there is no external force acting on the gun. No external force acting on the gun. So as the external force, let me write like this. The external force is 0. Only internal force is there. Then if the external force is 0, the initial momentum of the entire system, bullet gun system, Initial momentum. The conservation of momentum is very important. I discussed plenty of questions in the previous classes. So initial momentum is equal to final momentum. Initial momentum of this gun bullet system is same as the final momentum of the bullet gun system. That is said to be conservation of momentum. All of you clear? Nadasha, Aaron, Aryan, Rakshana, all of you clear?
Yes, sir.
So, initial momentum will be the momentum of the gun plus momentum of the bullet. The initial momentum. Initially, before firing the bullet, anything moving? Nothing is moving. The gun is stationary, the bullet is stationary. Before firing the bullet, everything is stationary. So, initial momentum, mass into velocity, right? Momentum of the gun will be 0. We need not write more steps. Is the gun moving initially? No, gun is not moving. So not moving object, so momentum will be 0. Momentum is mass into velocity. Initially gun has 0 velocity. And bullet, initially before firing the bullet, was the bullet moving? No. So the momentum of the bullet was also 0 initially. Is it correct? You please respond. All of you clear? Please respond. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can ask me doubt. Okay, let me complete the solution. After that, you can ask me all your doubt. That is better. Then final momentum. Final momentum means the bullet is just fired. The bullet is just fired. In that situation, what is the total momentum? Everything will have velocity. The bullet has momentum. You agree with me? Is the bullet moving? Yes, bullet is moving. The mass into velocity will be the momentum, right? The mass into velocity will be 0.02 into 80. This is very important question, don't forget it. The momentum of the bullet will be 0.02 into 80. Bullet is moving, that's why. And is the gun moving? Yes. As a reaction, understood. If it is moving so fast, there will be reaction. It will be moving backward. The momentum of the gun will be m1 into v1, right? m1 into v1. m1 is 100. m1 is 100. 100 into v1, right? 100 into v1. The momentum of the gun will be 100 into v1. That v1 I want to find out. v1 is said to be the recoil speed of the gun. So more conservation of momentum. So just multiply this. What is this? 8 into point. Is it 1.6, right? 8 into yes. Right side is 1.6 plus 100 v1 is a unit. You should be careful with the unit. Kilogram, meter per second. Okay, everything is okay. 0.02 into 80 will be 2 into 0.2 into 8, 1.6 plus 100 v1 equal to 0. 100 v1 is equal to minus 1.6. 100 v1 equal to minus 1.6, or v1 equal to minus 1.6 divided by 100 meter per second. Because other velocity is in meter per second, so this one is also in meter per second. Doing the division, you will get minus 0.016. You can check. Minus 0.016 meter per second. Recoil velocity is negative. Negative sign indicate that the gun is moving backward as a reaction. So the speed, if the question is a speed, when we talk about the speed, the sign is not required. Understood? So recoil speed of the gun. If we write the speed, we don't show the sign. 0.016 meter per second. So don't forget it. We use conservation of momentum. Okay. So please write on. If you have any doubt, you please ask me. You can ask me if you have any doubt. If you are 100% clear, you can raise your hand.
Sir, how 0.016 become positive?
No, I mean, when we talk about speed, speed does not have any sign. Understood? Speed. So when we write the speed, we need not show the negative sign. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Nadasha, any doubt? Nadasha, doubt ni chodikino to Nadasha. Nadasha clear ana. Okay. Everyone, Rakshana, do you have any doubt? Rakshana, have you understood this question?
Yes, sir.
Taken from textbook. Actually, I am discussing the important problems from textbook, selected one. Or these type of question generally asked in exam. Let me discuss the next topic. So I finished impulse. I have already finished in the previous class. The conservation of momentum. All important questions based on conservation of momentum I discussed. Then the question regarding force is remaining. Question regarding force and friction. These two are remaining in this chapter. Friction. Okay. So let us learn an important topic, equilibrium of a particle. There are questions based on this. Equilibrium of a particle is very important fact. Equilibrium. For example, suppose all of you please listen. Suppose there is an object kept here. There are 4 people applying forces. F1, F2, F3, F4, F5, etc., etc. So many people are there. They are acting forces simultaneously on the body, on the strong body, rigid body. Let us say rigid body, strong body. Many people applying forces on this body simultaneously. If the body remains stationary, initially it was stationary. If the body remains stationary, then the body is said to be in equilibrium. The equilibrium means there is no change in state. The body does not have any change in state. The body initially rests. If it is again rest, even after applying forces, the body is said to be equilibrium. Equilibrium means no change in state, that's all. So this one is very important. If the sum of if the body is in equilibrium, this is very very important. If the body is equilibrium, all the sum of all the forces acting on the body will be 0. You know that the forces are vector quantities, right? So etc., etc. The sum of all forces equal to 0 is very very important. This is the condition for equilibrium of a body. If the total force is not 0, the body will be moving. Initially it was rest. If the total force is non-zero, definitely the body will be moving. So if the total force acting on the body is 0, the body will not move. It is in equilibrium. So the condition is okay. If the sum of all forces acting on the body is 0, the body is said to be in equilibrium. You understood that? Clear? So all of you please write down. Equilibrium definition is clear. If you are okay, please raise your hand. Aaron understood. ആര്യന് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ അല്ലേ? ആര്യൻ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ?
Yes, sir.
Nadasha, you understood equilibrium. Rakshana also you are okay. The question based on the equilibrium is remaining and force is remaining and friction also. So let me discuss one question. This is taken from textbook. It's a very good question, and so a little bit of sin theta and cos theta is required to solve this problem. Okay, sin theta, cos theta actually you studied in 10th standard. A little bit of knowledge about sin and cos is required. Not a detailed knowledge is not okay. So do you have any idea, basic idea about sin theta and cos theta? Rakshana, Nadasha, Aaron, do you know basic idea about sin and cos? Please ask me.
Yes.
Then tell me, Nadasha, what do you mean by this sin theta? What do you mean by sin theta? Sine theta, how do you define sine theta? It is there in maths 10th standard. Do you know that? Okay, no problem. Listen. So let me give you a small introduction about sine and cos, because it is required here, this problem. I will not spend more time for sine and cos. Don't worry. Sine and cos is actually required in this problem. So let us have a quick recap. The basic things only. So what do you mean by sine and cos? Rakshana, what do you mean by sine and cos? Tell me.
Sir, sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse.
Ah.
Cos is adjacent by hypotenuse.
Yes. ആര്യൻ ഓർമ്മയുണ്ടല്ലോ അല്ലേ? 10th സ്റ്റാൻഡേർഡിൽ പഠിച്ചിട്ടില്ലേ ആര്യൻ അല്ലേ?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, you will learn sine theta trigonometry in 11th standard also. Okay, but it is actually a third or fourth chapter in maths textbook. So let this angle be theta. It is required. That is why I am discussing. It is actually required. We definitely need it. Theta is an angle. This is 90 degree. You know that the side opposite to 90 degree is said to be hypotenuse. The side opposite to 90 degree always said to be hypotenuse, and AB is the opposite side of theta. I will explain only the basic facts. Okay, I will not spend more time for this. In the next question, sine and cos is required. That is why I am discussing this. This is the opposite side of theta, and this is the adjacent side of theta. This one is not adjacent. It has another name, hypotenuse. Nadasha, you please tell me, Nadasha, what is sine theta?
Opposite by hypotenuse.
Yes, very good. Opposite side by hypotenuse. We need only sine cos tan, not beyond that. Okay, sine theta opposite by hypotenuse. This recap of trigonometry is required. Cos theta equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Tan theta, usually we need only sine and cos. Tan theta is rarely used in, but it definitely used in the chapter, in the topic friction. Friction also full of trigonometry. Tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. You know that. You studied that, and the basic angles, trigonometric ratios of the fundamental angles you have to understand, because ratio will be given. You have to find the value of theta. So the trigonometric ratio of the fundamental angles also you have to learn. You studied in 10th standard, so I don't want to explain the proof. 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree. This is the fundamental in physics. Without this, extremely difficult to solve problems. Okay, these are the fundamental angles. You studied in 10th standard. Anybody know sine, cos, tan of these important angles? Aryan ormendo? Aryan,
Yes, sir.
what is sine 0?
0.
0. Yes. Okay, let me complete the table. If you don't remember, please memorize this. It is required in the next question. It is required in the next problem. Sine 0, 0. Proof I don't want to discuss. So the definition of sine, cos, tan I discussed. Sine 30, 1 by 2. Sine 45, 1 by root 2. Understood. And sine 60, root 3 by 2. Sine 91. Then cos 0, 1. Cos 30, root 3 by 2. Cos 45, 1 by root 2. Cos 60, 1 by 2. Cos 90, 0. Sine and cos is the most important one. Tan is also required in some question. Tan 0, 0. Tan 30, 1 by root 3. Tan 45, 1. Tan 60, root 3. Tan 90 not defined. Proof I don't want to discuss. Is that okay? All of you clear? These important angles, trigonometric ratios of important angles. Is that okay? Clear? Please respond. All of you please respond. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then listen. Let me explain one important thing. Sine. What is the use of sine and cos in physics? Now that is what I am going to discuss. What is the use of the sine and cos in physics? Please listen. Consider a force. Consider a force acting on a body. You know the meaning of force, right? It will have a magnitude as well as direction. Suppose there is a force, is an example. Okay, let it be F, maybe 10 Newton, 30 Newton, like that. A force is applied on a body. A force is applied on the body. The diagram drawn. That F will be given, maybe 30 Newton, 20 Newton, like that. The F, suppose this F make an angle, say theta, with the horizontal direction. Let us assume that. Or in general, a vector. In general, we say a vector. For displacement vector, force vector, whatever. A vector making an angle theta with an axis. Let it be horizontal axis. Then, can I make a right angle triangle? Yes, I can make a right angle triangle. I will show you. I can make a right angle triangle. Let me draw a vector like this, a vector like this. Understood? So you see that in the previous session, previous class, we studied that as per triangle of vector addition, this F is the resultant of, or this vector is the sum of this vector plus this vector. We studied in which topic? In the previous class, we studied addition of vectors. So, as per triangle of vector addition, this force is the resultant of this horizontal force plus this vertical force. So, if the body, if the body experiences two forces, this force as well as this force, the net force will be capital F. We studied in the previous class, not first time I am discussing. So, what I am saying is, I will repeat, don't worry, I will repeat any number of times. So, as per triangle of addition, see that with respect to this diagram, can I say this as the adjacent side? You agree with me? Nadasha, Aaron, Rakshana, is that an adjacent side?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Please respond. Aryan, is it adjacent side? Yes. Is it opposite side of theta? You agree with me? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Hypotenuse is F. Okay. This length is hypotenuse is F. As per this diagram, hypotenuse is F. So I want adjacent side and opposite side from this diagram. The application of sine and cos is here. What is sine theta? Let me write the formula once again. Sine theta, or let me write cos theta first. Let me write cos theta first. Cos theta is what? I want to explain the derivation also. Otherwise, you cannot understand. Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. We have already studied. Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So, as per this diagram, cos theta is adjacent. We don't know. But hypotenuse is force or displacement, some vector quantity. Is it correct? Please respond. Is this equation okay? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So let me do the cross multiplication. What is adjacent side then? Let me do the cross multiplication. What is adjacent side then? F cos theta. Is it correct? Adjacent side will be F cos theta on cross multiplication. You have to memorize this. In simple language, the horizontal component of F, we can say like this. The F is this is horizontal direction. The horizontal component of F is adjacent side. It is F cos theta. You have to memorize that. I will write the conclusion after this. What is sine theta? Tell me as per this diagram. Nadasha, you please tell me. As per this diagram, what is sine theta? As per this diagram. Nadasha, you left?
No, sir.
You please tell me, look at the diagram. What is sine theta? Just tell me.
Opposite by F.
Yes, very good. Opposite side by hypotenuse or opposite by F. Can I cross multiply? Yes. So opposite side is equal to F sine theta. You have to memorize this. In motion in a plane, these formulas are used. Not only this chapter, the other chapter also. So what is my conclusion? Yes, I will tell you my conclusion. If there is a force, and look at this diagram, we studied in the previous class that triangle law of addition we studied in the previous class. Triangle law. F is the resultant of two forces. As per this diagram, this F is this resultant of two forces. One is the horizontal component, which is F cos theta. Horizontal component F cos theta. And another one is vertical component, opposite, vertical. It is F sine theta. So F is the resultant of F cos theta horizontally and F sine theta vertically. If F cos theta and F sine theta applied together, the resultant force is said to be F. So you have to memorize this. Just write it like this. Adjacent means horizontal. Opposite means vertical, like that. So you must have this idea. Okay, look at this diagram, put it in a box. It is required in the problem. That is why I discussed. So you please write down. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay. Let me write conclusion. Let me write the conclusion. The force F or displacement F has two components or two parts. Understood? Two components. One is F cos theta. F cos theta is theta angle or horizontal, that's all, and F sine theta. If F cos theta and F sine theta together applied on a body, the resultant is said to be F. So you please write down. If you are okay, 100% clear, you can raise your hand. Aaron understood. Aryan clear. Nadasha, എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡൗട്ട് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ചോദിക്കണോട്ടെ Nadasha. Okay. Rakshana.
Okay, sir.
Actually, the physics is full of problems. Okay, theory is very less, full of problems. So Rakshana, you understood? Rakshana. Okay. So let me discuss one question from textbook. This is a very important question about equilibrium of a body. I will explain it clearly by spending much time, but you have to listen properly. If you don't understand, you have to ask me. Okay, it will take time. Okay, all of you please listen. I will read the question taken from textbook. See the figure. A mass 6 kg. I am discussing the important problems. Okay, not all the problems I am not discussing, but important question I am discussing. A mass of 6 kg. Can you see a mass here? Yes. Is suspended by a rope. Where is rope? This one is rope. This one. The highlighted one is rope. This one. This highlighted one is rope. And below this rope, a block is attached. The mass of the block is 6 kilogram. This is the rope. The rope has the total length 2 meter. 1 meter plus 1 meter. Total length of the rope is 2 meter. From the ceiling, a force 50 Newton in the horizontal direction. A force 50 Newton, you can see from the diagram, a force 50 Newton in the horizontal direction is applied at the midpoint of the rope. This entire thing is rope. At the middle of the rope, a horizontal force is applied 50 Newton, as shown in the diagram. What is the angle the rope makes with the vertical in equilibrium? Now I applied a force it is not, it is fixed, not moving. Understood? This point P is not at all moving. The point P, the middle point, is not moving, fixed. Equilibrium, the entire system is in equilibrium, nothing is moving, it is equilibrium. Then what is this angle? In the equilibrium state there is some angle, that angle we have to find out. All of you clear? The question is okay? Aaron, Aryan, Rakshana, please respond. Nadasha, clear അല്ലേ നടാഷ? ആ നടാഷ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചിരിക്കട്ടോ, എന്തെങ്കിലും റിപ്പീറ്റ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ. Maths is required. So let us consider the point P. On point P, let us consider point P. Okay, point P. Is the point P equilibrium? Yes. Point P is not moving. So the net force acting on P will be 0. Net force acting on point P will be 0. What are the different forces acting on P? I will discuss that. The forces acting on the P. For the time being, let me avoid some these are not necessary. I will explain that. Let me delete it. In question these things will not be mentioned. Let me delete it. Okay, so you need not consider this. Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. I will do one thing. Just wait. But do you please read the question once again? Okay. I will explain the tension later. For the time being, this is not mentioned. Okay. Okay, now look at this diagram. The P is in equilibrium. The first part is clear. The point P is in equilibrium. That part is clear. All of you clear? This step is okay? Please respond. P is in equilibrium. Yes. So what are the forces? This arrow will not be mentioned in the question. Okay. No arrow will not be mentioned. The total force. What are the forces acting on P? Yes, I will tell you. There are 3 forces acting on P. What are the 3 forces? I will discuss. I will explain the 3 forces acting on P. One is, the 3 forces are, I will highlight it. One force acting on P is this one. Is it acting on P? Yes. The point P experiences a force 50 Newton. You agree with me? Correct? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then also, you don't look at the arrow. Don't look at the arrow. The mass of the body is given in the question 6 kilogram. So the body is kept. So it will have a weight. Understood? Because the earth is attracting the body downward. A body is placed at the bottom of the rope. There will be weight of the body. Definitely the weight is downward. The weight of the body will be downward. The downward force will be there. The weight of the body you have studied, it is mg. You studied in the lower classes. The weight, a body has mass m, its weight downward will be mg. We studied. Okay, mass into acceleration, that is the thing. You studied force. Force equal to mass into acceleration. So if the body is kept like this, the downward acceleration is g. The earth exerts an acceleration g. Okay, a force, weight of the body mg. Just memorize. Weight of the body mg. M is 6. Let me write all the steps. G is 10. Actually the exact value of G is 9.8, but we can approximate G as 10. In most of the cases we approximate G as 10. So the weight of the body is 16 Newton. Actually it is mentioned in the diagram also. The weight downward, it is actually a force, isn't it? The weight is 16 Newton. So the point P experiences the weight of the body, isn't it? The point P definitely experiences the weight of the body 16 Newton. Definitely. Let me highlight it. Definitely the point P experiences the weight of the body. So P has a tendency to go downward with a force 16 Newton. P has a tendency to move towards right with a force 50 Newton. Till this step you are okay? Till this step? Aaron? Aryan? Rakshana, you please respond. Rakshana, have you understood? Rakshana? You, understood. Okay. Any other force? Do you expect any other force? 50 Newton is there, 60 Newton due to weight. Any other force? Can you suggest? Point P. Experience any other force? Yes, I will tell you. I will tell you. Listen, this is a strong rope, not elastic. They did not say that it is elastic. This is a strong rope. Understood? So what happens is, since it is a rope, there are molecules on this rope. You agree with me? There are molecules on this rope. This rope resists the elongation. Understood? This point P has a tendency to go down as well as going towards right. So this rope, this portion of the rope has a tendency to expand, elongate. But these molecules in the left side, exerts a backward force on P, said to be tension. The molecules, tension is nothing but it is the force exerted by the molecules on the rope. There are plenty of molecules. There are molecular attractions. Understood? Each molecules are attracted by each other. So this P has a tendency to move away from the rope. The P has a tendency to move away from the rope, but the molecules in the left hand side attract. Understood? Attract or pull the point P towards left. So the molecular force, we can say that molecular force. These molecules or particles, the particles on this rope exerts a backward force on P so that P is unable to move forward. That backward force is said to be tension. The tension will be always there. If the tension is not there, what happens? The P will be escaped from the rope. If no tension, no backward force. If no backward force, the P will be separated from the rope. P is not separated, so somebody is pulling backward. That is said to be tension. Is that okay? All of you clear? Tension is okay. Hello? Please, Aaron, Nadasha, Aryan, you can respond. If you don't understand, you can tell me. Okay. Tension, the meaning of tension is clear. It is the backward force exerted by the particles. Understood? Is that okay? Okay, I hope you have understood.
Tension is always opposite.
Yes. I mean, it prevent. Tension is a force which prevent the point from moving away from the rope. That's all. It is a force acting in such a way that it prevent the point moving away from or escape from the rope. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the tension will be there. The tension we have no idea. So some backward force is there which prevent the point P from escaping from the rope. So there are three forces acting simultaneously. 50 Newton towards right, 60 Newton due to the weight of the body, and tension will be there. That if the tension is not there, P will be separated. So tension will be definitely will be there. Okay, can I proceed? Is till this step you are okay? Till this step?
Yes, sir.
So don't forget about the tension. Nadasha, you are not responding, Nadasha. Is that okay? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I will spend much time for this problem. Okay. Don't worry. If you don't understand, you can tell me. Let me draw this this portion once again. Can I draw this portion only once again? There is a point P. One force horizontally like this, 50 Newton, and one force in the inclined direction, which is said to be tension. The magnitude of tension we have no idea, but we can find it. And there is an angle theta. Look at the main diagram, you can understand. Let me draw a much larger diagram. Much larger diagram is required. Let me write here. P is there towards, 50 Newton is there towards right. 50 Newton, and tension is there like this in inclined direction. Tension, the P experience that force, and there is another force vertically downward. Vertically downward due to the weight of the body, it is given as 60 Newton. So three forces simultaneously acting on P, but still P is in equilibrium. So the sum of the total forces will be 0. Understood? The vector sum, not ordinary sum. The vector sum of all the forces acting on P will be 0. Till this step you are okay? Till this step
Yes, sir.
you understood? Please respond. Please respond. I want the response from you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All the inclined forces resolved into or split into two components. All the inclined forces. I explained about the inclined forces. Look at this diagram. Here you can see one inclined forces. F is an inclined force. All the inclined force to be expressed as horizontal component as well as vertical component. You must split into two. All the inclined force only. Okay. So here you can see that the tension is an inclined force. It is neither horizontal nor vertical. So let me do one thing. Let me draw a dot line like this. This angle I want to find out. So let me make a right angle triangle like this. Can I make a right angle triangle as T as the hypotenuse? Yes. T as the hypotenuse, make a right angle triangle as I did here. As F as the hypotenuse, I made a right angle triangle. In the same way, as T as the right hypotenuse, form a right angle triangle. T is the resultant of this force as well as this force. T is the resultant of this yellow colored force and this green colored force. These two forces simultaneously acted, we get T. So this yellow colored one is the adjacent side of T. You agree with me? This yellow colored one is the adjacent side of T. You agree with me? Please respond.
Yes, sir.
Nadasha, is it correct? This yellow colored side is the hypotenuse of T. Yellow colored one is the adjacent side of T. Adjacent side.
Yes.
You know that what is the formula for adjacent side? I don't want to say horizontal and vertical. The adjacent side is given by F cos theta. We have a formula, F cos theta. Adjacent side is given by F cos theta. So the yellow colored one is actually the adjacent side of theta. It is nothing but T cos theta. T has a component or part, T cos theta, and the green colored one. So the yellow colored one is T cos theta upward, and the green colored one, think about the triangle of addition. The green colored one is the opposite side of theta. It is F sin theta or T sin theta. Think about triangle of addition. So as per triangle of addition, this T is actually the resultant of T cos theta upward and T sin theta left side. If somebody act T cos theta upward and T sin theta towards left, the net force will be T. So you look at this diagram. Till this step, do you have any doubt? Till this step,
No, sir.
you understood? Clear? Aryan, Rakshana, Nadasha. I have recorded the class. You may watch it. Okay, slowly I am discussing. Okay, I am spending more time for this question. Aryan മനസ്സിലായല്ലോ അല്ലേ? Aryan, Nadasha.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, you can respond me. So the next is all the inclined forces to be resolved or split into horizontal and vertical components. So the resultant is 0, means that net horizontal force 0. I can say like this. The vector notation is not required. We can solve the problem like this. Net horizontal force 0. Why net horizontal force 0? The point P does not move horizontally, that is the reason. Will the P move towards right or left? No. P neither moving towards left nor moving towards right. So P has a horizontal equilibrium. Horizontally P is not moving. So horizontal, total force in the horizontal direction is 0. If there is some horizontal net force, P will be moving towards right or left. So net horizontal force 0 means that total force towards right equal to total force towards left. I will write all the steps, don't worry. Total force towards right. Total force towards right. Right side is equal to total force towards left. Understood? For example, there is a point here. Somebody active force 50 Newton. Somebody active force 50 Newton left. The body is said to be in equilibrium. The total force towards right is exactly matching with the total force towards left. The body will not move right or left. It has a horizontal equilibrium. So for the bodies has horizontal equilibrium and vertical equilibrium. So total force towards right equal to total force towards left. What is the horizontal force acting on the body now? 50 Newton is the force acting in the right side. 50 Newton is the force acting towards right side. And any force acting towards left. This inclined force resolved into 2. So now you can forget about T. Now you can forget about T. T sin theta is a component acting towards left. Now you need not consider this inclined force. The inclined force is the resultant of this yellow colored one and green colored one. Now you can delete T. Now you need not consider T. It is split into 2. So 50 Newton towards right, any force towards left. T sin theta, it is the horizontal force toward left. So total force towards right will be equal to total force towards left. Then horizontal equilibrium. Total force towards left is T sin theta, because T sin theta acting towards left. I got one equation. Is it clear? All of you clear?
Yes, sir.
Aaron understood. Nadasha, Aryan, Rakshana, you please respond.
Sure.
After solving this, we can wind up the class. You understood this step. This is the way we solve the problem. Okay, horizontal. And net vertical force also 0. Net vertical force 0. Is the body P moving right or up or down? No, the P neither moving right or left nor moving up and down. So it has a vertical equilibrium also. The point P is not moving up or down. The point P is in vertical equilibrium also. Vertical equilibrium means what? The total upward force equal to total downward force. If they are matching, total upward force equal to total downward force, you understood. You understood the reason. I don't want to write the step. Total upward force. You see that the total T cos theta. Let me write the previous equation. 1 minute. T sin theta equal to 50. You agree with me? Let me write T sin. Just reverse the. Let me write in this way. The order is changed. Only thing is order is changed. T sin theta equal to 50. I got one equation. Definitely I need it. Vertical equilibrium is the total vertical force 0. Total vertical force 0 means the total upward force is equal to total downward force. Total upward force is T cos theta. Total upward force is what? T cos theta will be matching with the total downward force. It is weight of the body 60 Newton. So remember, this is the way we solve the problem. Equilibrium, horizontally equilibrium as well as vertically equilibrium. So I got two equations. What are the two equations I got? One is T sin theta. If you refer the textbook, the same steps are there, but the explanation is not there in textbook. Okay. T sin theta equal to 50, equation number 1. T cos theta equal to 60, the second equation. Till this step you are okay? Till this step, please respond.
Yes, sir.
Nadasha, Aryan, Rakshana, shall I repeat anything? Rakshana, shall I repeat anything?
No, sir.
What is our question? We will not get a good answer. We will not get a good answer, but I don't want to change the value. It is exactly given in textbook. I want theta. I don't need t. But actually we can find t also. We can find t also. But for the time being we don't need t. They are asking for theta. What is the angle? So you can find out theta by just doing this operation. Equation 1 by 2. You have to eliminate t, because I don't want t. I don't need t. You just divide it. If you divide, t cancels. So left side will be t sin theta by t cos theta, and right side is 50 by 60, 5 by 6. T will be cancelled. Sin theta by cos theta, I have not written that, but do you remember 10th standard trigonometry? Sin theta by cos theta, tan theta. Do you know that? If you don't remember, I will write here. If you don't remember, you may write it somewhere. It is there in 10th standard maths. Sin theta by cos theta is said to be tan theta. So sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. So tan theta equal to 5 by 6. You may stop here. Theta, after that you may write a conclusion. Theta can be found by using the equation tan theta equal to 5 by 6. To find the value of theta, you must have a scientific calculator, but for CBSE calculator is not cannot be used. So we can find out the value of theta, but only by using scientific calculator. Tan theta equal to 5 by 6, you can find the exact value of theta. There is a button in the calculator, tan inverse. Tan inverse, there is a button in the calculator. You need not worry about that. Tan inverse button to be pressed, then followed by 5 by 6 to be pressed. You will get the angle, maybe 25 degree or something like 26 degrees, something like that. But since the calculator is not allowed, you need not do any further calculation. You may write this step. After this you need not write anything. So tan theta equal to 5 by 6, theta can be found by using calculator. You have to press tan inverse. There is a button tan inverse in the scientific calculator. Then 5 by 6 to be pressed. Then equal to symbol to be pressed. You will get the angle theta on the screen of the calculator. Something 25 degree. I don't remember, 25 or 26, something like that. But you can stop here. Okay, this will be the last step. Okay, I hope you have understood. You please go through all the steps. If you don't understand any step, please ask right now. If you don't understand any step, please ask. You have to go through the solution once again after the class. Okay, so if you are okay, 100% clear, you can raise your hand. I don't understood. Nadasha, okay. Okay, all of you clear, understood, everyone is okay. So you have written that. Okay, so this is the question based on equilibrium of a body. There is another one, not this one. 1 minute. I think one more question is there, but I think it is better to discuss in the next class, because I want to spend more time for this kind of question. So you do one thing, you please go through today's class notes. I started with this problem, right? Recoil speed based on this. There is another question. It is better to discuss in the next class. Okay, so if you have any doubt, you can ask me. today's class. If you have any doubt, if you have finished, you may leave the class.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
Okay. Aryan Rakshana. Okay then.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, bye.
Sir.
പറഞ്ഞോളൂ.